It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
And welcome to episode 6 of the Pink and Max podcast. I'm Max. This is Trey. We're going to talk about a lot that's going on in the sports world. Week 6 of the NFL season. The NLCS and the ALCS going on. I'll talk a little bit about my Yankees getting eliminated by Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
We got so much for you guys today. Honestly, we got starting off with the Giants versus the Eagles. We got the Bucks and the Falcons. We got the Panthers beating the Cowboys.
No, that one's interesting. That one's interesting.
Hey, listen,
the Panthers are 3-3, bro.
Successful, bro.
Panthers are 3-3.
That's all I gotta say.
That was not on my bingo card. These guys are
respectfully. I told you, Dallas's offense is dominant this year, but the defense is trash without Michael Parsons, and we all kind of had an idea what they were going to be this year without him.
Yeah, no, that was kind of a given. We're also going to talk about the Bills and the Falcons. Falcons another.
Absolutely.
NFC. I'm having a brain fart. NFC South team, right? Help me out.
Yep. And
Falcons really.
We're going to talk about Baker Mayfield for MVP.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about the NFC South, actually.
We actually are. We really are. And then, we're going to get a little bit into baseball today. We got a couple things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Blake Snell's outstanding performance. We're also going to talk about how Shohei Ohtani is struggling.
Yeah, and then there was a controversial play last night. We're filming this on a Tuesday. This is going to get released on Wednesday. So Monday night, it was NLCS Game 1 between the Dodgers and the Brewers. A player almost tied the game at the bottom of the ninth. We'll get into that as well. But crucial, I don't want to say a play, but I don't even know what to call it. It was a what could have been. And it could have changed the outcome of the game potentially. But we'll get into that later on. Let's just jump right into it, Trey.
Let's get right into it then, man.
Go right ahead. I know you want to talk about this. I know you've been waiting. Since Thursday, okay, to talk about this game.
Yes.
All right? The Giants and the Eagles.
Yes.
All right? Cam Scatterable, 3 touchdowns.
That's what I want to see right there. What I saw on Thursday. That's what you want to see in a team. I do care if we win or lose. Obviously, I'm not stupid, but I don't care if we lose in certain ways where everybody's like, oh my God, like I hate losing that game, this and that. I just want to watch good football. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. You don't think I want to?
Oh yeah, sorry. Too soon. No, but honest opinion, bro. Like I just want to watch good football. I love the way that Jackson's playing right now. He's controlling the offense. This past Thursday, he looked the most comfortable he's ever looked in that pocket.
No, he did.
And he looked like he was in control of that game. And honestly, what I saw is what I've been saying he was going to be since the week of the Chargers game that we were talking about.
No, he's got a loose screw too. I'm not going to lie.
Bro,
he's another one.
What I told you was, I said it on that week. I said, bro, respectfully, this is a dude that will succeed in an area like this not because of just his play style. But it's also because of who he is as a person. He is way too confident. He's way too, how can I explain it? He has too much juice, all right? Mm-hmm. He has too much swagger to just, like, go out there and be hesitant or be, like, on my hate watch stuff. Like a Daniel Jones in the New York Football Giants jersey. Respectfully. God was amazing for that 1 year for us. He felt comfortable. But after that year, people started pressuring him a little bit, started getting into him, started hitting him a little bit. He was getting scared. You seen DJ, he looked like he wanted to cry a couple times. I said, oh, yeah, this ain't the place for you, buddy. It's not what we do around here in New York. I said, it's not what we do on the New York Football Giants. You take that BS to Indianapolis. You go deal with that. But nah, with Jackson,
you make this about Daniel Jones.
I'm sorry. I got a little frustrated, but nah. I mean, honestly though, like what I just love what I saw, and I just love what we saw in Cam Scatterable too. I mean, he was already a dog before that in CTE monster, but the fact that you can punch in a touchdown so frequently to the point where you're making our red zone percentage so much higher now, and now you're giving me the vibes that whenever we get in the red zone, we gonna score.
Yeah.
And that's what I want 6. I don't want 3. I want 6. And when you're able to give us 6 almost every single time, that's a running back that I haven't seen that's capable of doing that in a very long time. Even Saquon Barkley, respectfully, when he was on the New York Football Giants, was not punching it in every time we were in the red zone.
No, Cam Scatterable was great for those 3 yards a carry. Nothing crazy, but it's going to be a mean 3 yards. He's not always going to get open, but he's going to look for someone to hit and get those yards after contact.
He's going to get a first down, but it's going to be a dangerous first down. Somebody's going to get laid out. And when he did to Zach Bond in that play.
Oh, when he put his shoulder down?
Oh, my God.
Him?
He didn't even have to do that. But, I mean, listen, at the end of the day.
There was another one where he put his shoulder down. It was towards the sideline. It was towards the sideline, and bro went flying.
That one was Zach Bond.
Okay.
There was one where where he laid out Cooper DeJean, and Cooper DeJean got up like, F this.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about this, too. His blocking.
His amazing.
Pass blocking
is amazing.
Great. I've been seeing it the last few weeks because
he's willing to lay it out on the line.
He's low-key a jerk, though, because he puts his helmet to the ribs where there's no padding.
Yo, he ended somebody on the Chargers' career, bro. He really broke a rib from them. Like,
bro,
I don't know if you saw that, but they actually have a fractured rib.
Like, I don't know about career. He'll be okay.
No, bro. Your pride is gone, bro. He ain't ever gonna be the same.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm playing. But
his pass blocking as a running back is also insanely good. And this is the whole aspect of low man wins. He's like 5'9", so that's perfect for him.
That's so hard. When you got to tackle a guy that's 5'9", respectfully, and he's strong in the lower body.
I'm just talking about pass blocking itself.
Yeah, pass blocking. Just even think about it. It's already hard enough to go against him in pass blocking. Think about the run.
Yeah.
You can't tackle him up top. You can't tackle that man up top because he's so small. When you try to hit him low, boom, you pop right off. It's like a trampoline when a kid jumps into a trampoline and flies right backwards. Mm-hmm. It's like that's what the vibes that it gives me. That's the vibe that it gives me. And I mean, like I said, I'm just excited for that. And then let alone, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but the defense is what's going to win us multiple of these hard football games that we got to go on throughout the season. And honestly, I'm not saying necessarily we are going to win anything, championship, anything like that right now. But what I'm saying is the way that they are playing, they can play potentially for a wild card spot.
If they keep this up and they keep the mojo they have, get a few consecutive wins through the rest of the season, they have a chance.
I think they do, and you know what will help them get that chance?
They're 2-4 right now.
I agree.
They have a chance. I do say they do have a chance.
They do have a chance. Now, here's the thing. The teams that you're playing against later on in the season, I don't know if they will be as good as the teams that you played in the beginning of the season. That's why I think they have a little bit more of a chance. And honestly, if you want my personal opinion, I think we should have won the first 2 games if Jackson Dart started. Mm-hmm. First off, I think we would have won the first 2 games. Maybe even 3 because I think Kansas City would have been a little different, but they probably would have won off some BS. But that's just my opinion, like I said. But I think the one thing that will help us out is our next segment, actually. And I think trading for a wide receiver to carry up the load of what Malik Neighbors gave us. And obviously, Malik Neighbors is irreplaceable. You can't replace somebody like Malik Neighbors. That's a top 3 wide receiver in the league, in my opinion. But what you can do, you can get him somebody for next year, but you also get you somebody that can cater to him and be a wide receiver one on their team right now, but with the actual quarterback. For example, like we were talking about earlier, Chris Olave. Listen, as much as the mystery man, I think the mystery man personally would approve of that trade just because he wants the picks, and I think he also wants his man to not live the rest of his life with CTE. But
the whole thing with Olave and the hospital balls that were getting thrown at him, that was
Carr.
Yeah, that was all Derek Carr.
Derek Carr was known for that, and respectfully, it didn't help him out. And once you already get a couple hospital balls thrown to you, it's gonna keep coming, and it's like. Now, if you get a juiced-up quarterback like Jackson Dart and you put a player like Chris Olave on that team, that could be a dangerous offense, bro.
Yeah, Olave's a great receiver. It's just nobody – Carr did not do a great job. A quarterback has to protect their receivers with who they see, especially in the middle of the field.
Absolutely.
Okay?
And
Carr was not doing that for Olave. I know that we're kind of going off topic, but that was like injustice because Chris Olave is great. He's awesome. I think he's an incredible receiver.
I think he's a phenomenal receiver. I just think he actually needs a chance to go make a play instead of giving him a ball that's guaranteed to not lay him out. I mean, and there's different receivers, honestly. Like, if we don't go Chris Olave, we have Jerry Jeudy. He's not in a good situation right now. He might want to be out. And if he's out, right here, boom, we have him. We have just different people. There was a report about Garrett Wilson. I don't think that's going to happen. Absolutely not. I think if it were to happen, it would be off-season pickup instead of trade in the NFL trade deadline. I think that would be more of an off-season pickup. And even then, that would be like we'd really have to push you guys' buttons. Like you'd
have to give like a lot.
we'd have to give a lot because that's your franchise receiver.
I don't see that
now,
happening.
That's one that I respect because respectfully, he's your franchise receiver.
Yeah, no, I don't see Garrett Wilson leaving after we reviewed the contract. Had his contract after his extension been a little less, I could have seen him getting traded, but.
If you didn't pay him this year, he would have been traded.
So actually,
if you didn't pay him this year, he would have been traded.
We'll move on to the next part, but I actually want to bring this up because I wasn't going to bring this up. Apparently, Jermaine Johnson is on the trade block.
Yes. I seen that.
Which I'll get to that.
Is dumb.
I'll get to that later.
We could talk about.
I will get to that in my therapy session because I got a lot to say.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
Okay?
Y'all are going on a trade haul right now.
Yeah. So
and I don't like it.
We're gonna move.
Should be on your trade block.
We just signed him with Garrett Wilson, so we really can't. That whole extension was between those two.
No, that's a problem.
All right,
but we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, you cool moving on?
I'm perfect moving on.
You got everything out of your system for the Giants. You're happy.
I'm happy. Respectfully, we'll talk about a little bit more in the BTA, but I mean, But hey, we're on to the next, and the next is the Bills versus the Falcons. And Max, this was your hate watch.
Yeah, so I got this one. All right, hands off. All right, I want this to be heard.
To you, my boy.
All right,
give the floor to you.
Check this out. Bijan Robinson is that boy. He's nice. 200 plus all-purpose yards. All right, Drake London with over 120 plus yards, almost 2 touchdowns. That one touchdown got called back though at the end of the first half. Had he just kept his balance in a little bit, bro, they would have gone up by like what? I think it would have been 3 tutties. It would have been 28-7. What are you showing?
Bijan is indeed that guy.
Yeah, he had what? 34 points for you in fantasy? 37? 35?
35.8, 19 attempts, 170 yards, and a touchdown. And that's rushing yards.
The focus of this conversation is going to be Bijan Robinson for the next few minutes.
It absolutely is. He is the best running back in the NFL right now, hands down. And I would dare somebody tell me wrong right now.
Yeah. Hold up. I'm going to move this table a little bit.
No, you're good.
I hear a little feedback. Hold on. There's something like touching a little bit. I don't know if you hear it. Oh, maybe that's me. All right. We got to let's hands off just to make sure for the fans. We want you guys to hear us clearly.
No,
all right?
Absolutely.
All right.
We got you.
All right. So, Bijan Robinson. Here, I'm going to pull up an article because there's some stats that I probably... Oh, here we go. Perfect. So... Bijan Robinson, 170 yards rushing. All right, I already saw this. That's his career high. Okay,
absolutely.
81-yard touchdown run. Brother went off
Baja.
to the Baja. Broke off 2 to 3 tackles. Bro. Said light work. Okay, took it to the crib.
If we're being honest though, I don't know what other fans were thinking when everybody thought about Bijan. Everybody was like, "Oh, he has potential to be this." Me personally,
I knew he was gonna be good.
I knew he was gonna be legitimately the top running back in this NFL league and you want to know why? Because in Texas, the way he did that, he used to take 80-yard touchdowns to the crib, but make it look easy. He jogged on some of those.
But he's also a threat on the slot too. He had like a 30-yard.
He's a receiving back, and he is. Even Saquon said it in the top 100 when he got number one. He said, "Who do you think is going to be the best running back in the league?" He said, I think Bijan Robinson. If you get that from the person that just got number 1 on the top 100, we know you're going to be valid this upcoming year. And respectfully, he has earned that crown. I don't think there's anybody touching him right now. I think he is playing on a different level after last night. And I think the only people that are in the grasp of him right now, maybe Jahmyr Gibbs. Saquon's not playing like that right now for sure. So...
Yeah, and I don't want to give Bijan all the credit because Drake London.
London.
Correct. Let me correct myself. He didn't have 120. I said 120 plus. I was 30 yards off. 158 yards off 10 catches, and it could have been 2 touchdowns. If he was an inch away from 2 touchdowns.
Sad part is I just traded him in one of my fantasy leagues.
Yeah, you see,
but I traded him for picks.
You're punching yourself. Okay, but you're still punching. You're punching yourself in the foot slightly.
I am for this week, respectfully.
Traded
him to my boy RJ.
Granted, the man who got to throw them the ball, Michael Penix Jr.
He had a game.
He had a good game. Now I was watching.
Think he is a top highly quarterback.
I don't think he's top 15.
He just gets the ball to people that are wide open, butt naked open, and I think that they just go out there and go make. I
just think his throwing motion's so slow, dude. I think it's. So
I don't think that's crazy.
The reason why is because I saw twice in like a matter of back-to-back drives his pass got deflected. Granted, somehow the ball got caught. I don't know how, but it looked like it was a dud. But then I saw it get punched in the air, and I was like, all right, why is he not zipping it harder? And he's going like really slow in his throwing. I don't know if it's a lefty thing or
a zip thing, but listen, I just don't think his throwing motion is all that great. But I mean,
now there's one more.
They're making him look better.
There's one more thing. Now, obviously, the Bills just lost back-to-back games, okay?
They did indeed
right.
lose back-to-back games.
Josh Allen struggled, and you got to give credit to the Falcons defense, who forced 4 3-and-outs against Josh Allen. Okay?
Listen, at the end of the day, what I will say about that Falcons defense, because in the beginning, when they first drafted this year, I thought they were going to draft Dallas Turner. Because he was the second best pass rusher in the league, sorry. Because Abdul Carter's the first. But I just personally think, I don't know. It's just something about this defense. They just got juice. You feel me? They just got energy. They got what it takes to just, go get the job done for a little bit of spurts. It's like the offense tells them, give us this one drive, we're going to make it count. And that's the kind of defense that you need right there. And they did it for that game. If they don't do it ever again, they did it for this one game. And that one game really mattered for them because, respectfully, the Bills are a highly top looked at team right now. And their offensive line is actually one of the best offensive lines, but they were getting pressure. They were getting to them.
Yeah, no, they were doing a great job. They were doing a great job on every facet of the game. They were doing awesome. The only thing I could criticize is the one field goal attempt where it got blocked in the beginning of the fourth quarter. But that's it. That's literally it. There's nothing else you can say.
I agree.
That was a great game by the Falcons. Massive upset.
No, that was just a crazy. But I mean, there is one Monday night football game that we didn't discuss, and I just think I do think it was a really good game, and I think that there was a lot of mistakes involved, but I do think it was a really good football game, and we won't get too much into it. Probably take a couple seconds to talk about it, but that Washington versus Bears game, I thought it was a really good game.
Let's talk about it for about a minute.
Yeah,
let's talk about because it was a good game.
I thought it was a really good game. I thought Washington made the mistakes that are going to happen with a second-year quarterback and with a rookie running back. The rookie running back had 2 fumbles, but he is one of the best rookie running backs in the league right now. Besides Cam Scatterbull, I think he is right there. I think he statistically has more stats than Scat, but I think Scat's just overall Scat. But I think Jacoby Krosky-Merritt is absolutely going to be a star in Washington for years to come. He is a monster, and I think if you actually look at the tape, he takes stuff to the house that shouldn't even be taken.
I do have to argue Ashton Genty. Okay.
Well, obviously,
I don't
even think we're bringing up Genty just because I think Genty is just Genty. I think Genty is the Bijan of this draft. I think we just know what he's going to be. Genty is going to be a monster.
You're making the best rookie ranking based off of.
I'm saying that there's Genty, but Genty's not getting brought up because there's Genty, and then there's a little bit of gap just because how special he is.
Yeah.
And then
so you're saying that because this was expected out of Genty?
Yes.
Okay, I was just making sure you didn't forget about him. That's it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just like how
Scat's doing great, but
Saquon,
Genty's still there.
Bijan, out of all,
yeah,
I expected that of all those star running backs, and I expect that out of Genty because, respectfully, what he did in Boise State, it needs to be evaluated. It needs to be brought into the NFL because you're expected of it, and if you have that much of a potential stardom and talent. Yeah, ain't no doubt in my mind that you're going to do that.
So let's get back really quick to the Commanders-Bears game.
No, absolutely.
Caleb Williams proving he's good.
Hey, listen,
he just needed that year.
Respectfully,
he needs some time.
I've heard some Commanders fans say that they should have won that game, and I agree. They should have won that game.
They should have.
I'm starting to agree now. They should have won that game, but at the end of the day, though, I think they also took that team for granted because they beat them last year in the way that they did.
Yeah,
I think that they thought this year was like, all right, we're gonna walk over him. JD5 is gonna go do what he does. This ain't
crucial interception at the end of the game.
This is not that same team.
That was a bad. That was.
It wasn't
crucial.
An interception though.
What was it?
It was a fumble. So Jacob.
I could have sworn it was a pick.
Corey Krosky-Merritt. They handed the ball out. They were at the 45. They could have kicked another field goal and then pushed this lead to 5. But next thing you know, they try to hand the ball off. Play smart. The rookie fumbles. He fumbles his second fumble of the game, and they recover. And then after that, DeAndre Swift was a monster last night. Closed the game out. And all I got to say is, respectfully, for Commanders fans, because I heard a couple, they were upset. They were like, your season's not over. Relax. Y'all just had a winning season last year. You know what it feels like to win. Don't get upset now when certain things. Your team is young. It's just a game. They're gonna come back. They're gonna win more games. They're gonna win more football games. Respectfully, Jaden Daniels is an elite quarterback. Yeah. You're okay. You have an elite running back in Jacoby Krosky-Merritt. It's just rookie mistakes and a sophomore mistake. It's going to happen. He threw 1 interception, and that's probably his first or second in the year, honestly.
Yeah, the Commanders are looking good.
They're looking really good.
And they have a great future ahead of them. A lot of young stars.
A lot of young talent.
Terry McLaurin, you didn't even mention him either.
Yeah,
he's still there.
Because he's not playing.
Yeah, but
they're doing this without him.
But
so wait until he comes back. Yeah, that's dangerous. Now, and the only problem that I say with the Commanders is and I think everybody agrees, they have the worst cornerback in the league. And respectfully, Marshawn Lattimore is awful. I think the Saints, respectfully, the Mystery Man's team fleeced the Commanders on that one. They got 3 good picks out of that to one player who's going to be a Hall of Famer, guaranteed. He's going to be a Saints legend. But right now, he's Bookie Butt. I ain't going to lie. He's pretty Bookie Butt. He sucks. He can't guard a stick.
Let's move on.
Yep.
Let's touch on the Panthers upsetting Dallas.
Beautiful
If
hate
you want,
watch.
you could bring this up too. Bryce Young had himself a solid game, 199 yards, I believe, with
The talk of the day,
3
man.
touchdowns. I want to double check.
Bryce Young had a good
199,
game.
3 tutties, 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. Tashora McMillan. Is that how you say it?
Oh, you talking about T-Mac?
Yeah.
That's Tet. They call him Tet McMillan.
Tet
But
McMillan.
we call him T-Mac.
2
We call him
tutties.
T-Mac.
2 tutties, not bad against.
No. That's his. He's a rookie too. He's he's one of the top draft picks in the rookie class. I think he was either first or second receiver off the board.
Oh, here's a stat. Panthers are
drafted
3-0 at home.
Yes, they are playing amazing at home. But you want to know what the cause of that win was the other day? It was Dowdle. Now,
Oh, yeah.
Dowdle. Look up those stats because you will be shocked. You wouldn't. The way that you never heard of his name. He's done this back-to-back weeks now where he's had 200 scrimmage yards. 200. I think that's rare. I don't think anybody else has done that in back-to-back weeks where they have had back-to-back week 200 scrimmage yards.
Can't find it. I didn't.
It's okay.
Damn.
I'll tell you Dowdle stats right
Here we go.
Rico Dowdle.
What the? Oh my gosh.
Rico
All right,
Dowdle.
so here we go. 239 yards.
He had
Set a franchise record breaking Christian McCaffrey's 237 yards. Whole
183 rushing, 4 receptions.
Wow,
You know
what a
why he
game.
did that though, right? That's his whole team.
Yeah, no, okay, so I do remember.
He came
I was
back
reading
for
about
blood.
this.
There's
This is a revenge
report-
game.
There was a report that came out. There was a report that came out from sources basically saying that he told all his ex-teammates on the Cowboys saying they better strap up. And now when somebody says that to you, you think this is a joke. All right.
Yeah.
All right. You should know. And he got 30 touches in terms of rushing. He was going for blood. I don't know how they even made it out that game. And he did the same thing in the Dolphins game the other week. He's back-to-back 200 scrimmage yards games. That's the first time I think they said anybody's done that,
Yeah, breaking.
which is next level.
Yeah, that's
That's ridiculous.
Right, a
That's
game.
And like
the only highlight I know about from the Cowboys yesterday is George Pickens hurdling dude like sideways. That's it.
he caught the ball, he slipped and then caught the ball and then tried to hurdle him and then
He
ended
cleared
up-
him.
No, that was the first time. He tried to hurdle
he do it
somebody
again?
again, and then he slipped and then bust his ass and then got back up and then tried to hurdle again and he got slammed. That was
Stop spamming triangle.
Stop spamming the triangle, bro. Lay off the hurdle, bro. Nah.
Oh, that's
But yeah,
funny.
But now you all right with moving on to because I kind of want to
okay
get
with
into
moving
this
on.
next topic.
Okay, we're gonna talk about my pick for the MVP then.
I think I'm with
Okay,
you on this
cool.
one.
So we
I think
agree.
I'm with you.
We agree.
I think I might
Baker
be with you.
Mayfield. Oh my gosh,
He's
he's
the
a
MVP of the league, and I think
he's a
many
dog.
people would have ever said that.
third and
but
what?
I love him.
I want timeout. What was it? 3rd and 16 or 15? Nobody open. Bro said, "I
Broke
got
out
this."
of a
Put
sack.
the broke out of a sack and put his
And then
shoulder
put his
down.
Shoulder down and put the ball on that first down marker and got it.
He's
Did you see
he's
Did you
special.
see the funny story about that actually?
No.
Funny story is Tez Johnson. Did you see he caught the ball and he scored a touchdown? They were all screaming MVP. Tez goes.
Oh
on the
yeah, he
sideline,
thought it was him.
and he said,
That was
"Why
for
they
him.
screaming MVP? I ain't done nothing yet." And Sterling Shepard, New York legend, like he goes, "Bro, they talking about Baker, bro. You not, hey Tez, you nice, but you the lightest dude in the field. But that boy Baker, man, he's showing why he was the number 1 overall pick in that draft."
So I want to call out a radio host or broadcast host. You know who Colin Cowherd is?
Yes, I do.
All right. He's notorious for the worst, and I mean worst takes in
ever.
every
He
sport.
always, bro, those Knicks takes that he's ever made, bro. He never knew basketball.
I'm gonna name off 2 off the top of my head. One being very recent. The first one that I remember hearing was when Ben Simmons got drafted. Okay.
And he said he was gonna be a next LeBron James.
Not only that, but he said, "Don't worry, LeBron, you're good. Ben Simmons is here."
Bro, he really thought Ben Simmons was gonna be the next LeBron James. That's actually sick to me.
Oh,
Bro,
man.
the worst take
That was
I've ever
great.
seen from him. The worst take I've ever seen from him, and I remember this because I was watching the YouTube video. Now it wasn't everybody didn't think it was that worse of a take that back then, but it aged really bad. Was when we signed Jalen Brunson, and he said, respectfully, I don't even think this guy's the top 15 point guard in the league. Now he's top 3.
If not,
You're
2.
correct. He's the top 3. He's the top 10 player in the league, and he's the top 3 point guard in the league. If you don't count Luka, he's top 2. So thank you very much.
Well, granted, all right, everybody was iffy on Brunson.
Everybody was. I wasn't personally.
I wasn't, but the thing is, I wasn't because of what we signed him for. It was 4 years, $100 million. That's nothing. But we're gonna get into that another time.
Yes, we will.
Because I will go on a whole rant about that.
Yes.
Not rant, but like
I agree.
I don't think it was a bad pickup.
I
at the
thought
time.
it was a great pickup
And
because of
now,
what he did in the playoffs. I thought.
Yeah,
when
no.
we signed
That's
him,
why. That's why.
I agree.
And
That's
I thought we
what
got him for real cheap too.
I told everybody. I said, mark my words, he will be getting signed to another extension because respectfully, there's no way they let this dude walk after what he did for the playoffs when Luka was down winning them basketball games.
Now I remember that because he played he was averaging like 23.
Bro, he dropped like 30 something against Utah, going bar for bar with Donovan Mitchell.
Here's the thing: I don't think anybody thought he would be this good.
No. Crushing. I didn't think he was gonna be this good. I thought he was gonna be like.
I thought he was gonna be solid, like a
let me
smooth
get this
17
straight.
a game.
I thought him and RJ Barrett were gonna be running this for a while. I thought he was gonna be RJ Barrett's Robin to his Batman. Let's get this clear. I thought he was gonna be like an all-star,
And then
I didn't
now
think he was gonna be a superstar.
El Capitan, Jalen Brunson, born to play basketball. Okay.
Yeah. Now, but hey, you gotta expect things like this. When you got a person that not only works hard but was doing this when a superstar like Luka, the best in the world, was down, and he took his place. It was like they never missed a beat, bro.
No. So
we had to expect it.
Now the second take of Colin Cowherd, because I want to get let's reel it back really quick.
Yeah, I got you.
Because this whole topic started because of Baker. All right. Now I'm gonna say what he said about Baker.
Okay.
This man said, I forgot when, maybe in the offseason, or I don't remember when this was, but he was like, if I was Baker Mayfield's agent, I'd tell him, you're 28 years old, put down the cleats. Not exactly what he said, I'm paraphrasing. And he said, go and become a college football analyst. You can make 7 figures. You're done. It's over. He's an MVP candidate.
The fact that people doubted Baker, especially after when he went to the Rams for that one game.
Yes.
That's when I knew.
He had a game-winning drive, bro.
That's
He had a
when I knew-
game-winning drive.
You want to know what my take was on that? When I saw that, that's when I knew that it was Cleveland. It was Cleveland's fault. Because right there, I said, there's no way.
Cleveland cannot develop a quarterback.
They
That's why
can't.
Joe Flacco led them to the playoffs.
That's why Joe Flacco led them to the playoffs. That's why, respectfully, that's why they have this whole BS going on right now between their 2 young quarterbacks that they can't even take care of and they can't handle. And you know what I mean? It's just they've never been able to develop a quarterback. Why do you think there's no all-time great quarterback in Cleveland? There never will be. Even, oh my God, there's so many quarterbacks that probably went there and probably left and played even more decent than what they played out of Cleveland. But here's my thing though about Baker. Baker left and he went to the Rams and played that game and won them the game on a winning drive. And everybody can look me in the face and tell me right now, that's not a top quarterback if he gets put on the right situation.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be a top 3.
I didn't think he'd be a top 3 MVP candidate, but I definitely said Baker could be a top 15, top 10 quarterback if he gets put in the right situation.
No, I agree on that. And even looking back then too, it's all about the system. All right, so now I'm going to argue.
The system was awful.
So I'll say this before we move on. It's about the system for any quarterback. Okay, look at how Sam Darnold performed when he ended up with the Seahawks after he left the Jets. Or I don't even remember where it was before. I stopped paying attention at that.
It's all about system and how all 11 men play on the field. Look at Daniel Jones.
Exactly, that's my.
The system is better for him. He works better in that system than he works in the New York system.
You look at Baker Mayfield.
Jackson Dart plays better in our system than Daniel Jones does. There's nothing wrong with that, and he has a better offensive line. He's not pressured. He doesn't like being pressured. So you give him time, he's good.
Tampa Bay needed Baker.
They needed Baker because they had once Brady left, there was no juice.
No.
Now they have all the juice in the world, bro, and they're trying to go for not only compete for the playoffs, bro. They're trying to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no,
I don't think that's a crazy take, bro.
It's not. They're contenders. They're contenders.
They can take the Lions right now.
They're contenders.
Who can they not take in the NFC right now? And who can they not take in the AFC right now?
I don't know, dude. They are contenders for sure.
NFL
They
is wide
own the
open right now.
they own the NFC
The
North,
NFL is
NFC
open.
South.
The NFL is wide open for opportunity to go win you a chip right now.
That means
So
the New
whoever
York
it is-
Jets are going to win the next 11 games and make that.
All right, let's not take this too
No,
far.
don't worry. I'm just kidding. I'm just
you?
kidding. No, I am. Trust me.
Nah, I know. But hey, man. But hey, we're gonna stop on Baker. But that's how we feel about Baker
Yeah,
personally. But, let's get
deserves
a little bit of
praise.
baseball. Let's talk about baseball because we do got to talk about a decent amount of baseball. It is playoff time.
We'll talk a little bit.
And we will. And I mean, I'll start it off, and I think I'll let you go with the Shohei stuff, but I'll start it off a little bit. And basically talking about Blake Snell. And Blake Snell, who's been known low-key sometimes for having not great playoff performances on his last few teams, he comes out and he performs lights out. And he goes 8 innings and allows only 1 hit. And I think his ERA was like .82. And it was like...
He only allowed 1 hit, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what he
and
said?
it was 10 strikeouts.
Yeah, no.
10 strike. His ERA was
innings.
.82.
8 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts. Yet somehow the Dodgers almost blew it.
They did.
That's
They
what's
almost
funny.
blew it.
That's
Because
what's
respectfully,
very
their
funny.
Their hitting power is not popping right now, which is why I'm sadly mad that my Mets didn't make it because I feel like they didn't have the hitting power to compete with too many people this year. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we could, if we locked in, we could have been a team that their hitting power couldn't compete against. But sadly, our pitching is awful, so we would have got smoked.
Yeah, so no, but Snell really, really did good, but their relievers almost sold them, and I'll get to that in a second because I want to touch on Ohtani.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shohei Ohtani, all right? He had a great he had a great wild card series against the Cincinnati Reds, but
Which is expected, though. You should do
the
that.
Reds
if you're the
aren't
best hitter in
the
the
Reds
league.
weren't the greatest. They just snuck in over the Mets.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
So
You should have did that though. As the best hitter in the league, that's
yeah,
what you're
so
supposed to do.
I'm pretty sure he went 3 for 9, so that's 333. That's
Decent.
solid.
That's decent.
No, that's good, dude. 333 is really
You know why
good.
I say that? You know why I say that's decent? Because after what I just saw, that boy on the Blue Jays duty, y'all.
Okay, listen.
There's nothing decent no more for me. I don't know what to
333
feel.
is good. It's
I know,
really
I'm just
good.
messing with
What
you.
he did is dumb. Now I will get to him in a second. I'm excited to talk about him.
He's
All right?
low key filthy, bro.
All
He's
right.
gonna be a
All right.
Toronto.
Oh, I'll
life.
get to that in a second though. But Shohei Ohtani, 3 for 9 in the wild card series. He's 1 for 20 between the NLDS and Game 1 of the CS. Bro, Ohtani, all right, you're gonna start getting criticized like how Judge was before this year's playoffs because this is not good. This is not performing. This is not what you're. This is not who you are. 1 for 20 in 5 games? That's terrible. That's atrocious, bro. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong at all. But here's the thing, though. I think that the playoffs is when you find your real superstars that are legitimate hitters because at the end of the day, they are going to pitch you different.
I mean, Mookie's doing solid. Freeman's always there. Teoscar Hernandez is like he was hitting homers
get
last
what I'm
series.
saying, though, right?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Other people are showing
in
up.
order to be the great that everybody else was, Babe,
Yeah.
Barry Bonds, all these you have to be able to hit when it matters, and that's the postseason. That's the main
Exactly.
time when I need that extra home run stuff that you were doing.
Yeah.
But they're gonna pitch you different. You got to understand that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was saying about Judge too. But then he proved it this
He
year.
did. He stopped going for homers only, and he went for
Yeah,
other
he was going
things.
straight power hitting. Now, to defend Ohtani, like in the slightest of bit, like I'm talking very slightest of bit, this is his like second playoff appearance. He was with the Angels for X amount
Yeah,
of
they were
years.
trash.
They were
But
garbage.
respectfully, you won a championship last year. You know what it takes.
Yeah,
And
but he wasn't really that good in the playoffs last year either.
so
He
listen.
just didn't pitch because of
That's what I'm
UCL
saying.
injury.
That's
I
what I'm
think it
saying.
was
So if
UCL.
you want to be another project of not hitting good in the playoffs but hitting good in the regular season,
It's not going to do anything for you.
it's not going to cut it for me.
But do you know what's? There's going to be people who bail him out because that's how they won the
That's how
World
good they
Series
are.
last year.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm only saying this just because I'm not saying this just because I'm a Mets fan or anything, even though I personally do think Lindor deserves a lot of respect because he did it not only in the regular season but in the postseason. But
Yeah.
that's just me. But
So yeah, the Dodgers. That's a tough series with the Brewers, man.
It is.
The Dodgers might take it in
definitely
like
is.
6.
And then there was definitely a critical thing that happened at the end of the game that you wanted to talk about personally that you think could have revamped the whole game.
Yeah, second baseman Bryce Terang of the Brewers. It was I don't know what the count was, but bases loaded.
You said it was 2-2.
I don't know if it was 2-2 actually, but it was bases loaded, bottom of the 9th. Okay, the score is 2-1, maybe 3-2. I think it was 2-1.
It probably turned into a full count.
It might have been, but I think it was a 1-run game. That's what I know for sure. All right, Bryce Terang. He had a pitch going right toward him. All right, and had the ball hit him, it's a tied game.
Mm-hmm.
This is where all right. So he's getting a lot of crap because they're like, people are like, oh, you should have taken the hit. You should have taken a hit. When you're in the batter's box, it's natural instinct to just move away. Okay,
let's be honest here. Just to defend him a tad bit, even though I understand people's pain, you are a person that's going to work the next day to go work at an office job or where you're working. No disrespect. He is going to go play a game where he has to play for years to come. Nobody wants to get beamed by a fastball or a ball in the MLB.
Yeah, so
I get it.
It's so weird though because it's like I don't know how to explain it, man. If you get hit by that pitch,
it's the playoffs.
The outcome might be different. This is the
time when you do take the hit because it is the playoffs. I agree, but that's just coming from people that act like they know every sport and act like they were amazing at baseball and stuff. But no, don't do
hard.
that.
It's really hard. It's a really hard position, and he ended up striking out. And the game, the bases were left stranded.
But what I will say though, yes, was his bad? Yes, I agree. But for what I'm hearing is, one person could change the game in baseball, but also too, what happened to those other 2 outs? They could have been difference makers.
Yeah, no, there's a lot that ended up happening, but that was
a high-powering team. If you're going against a team like that, somebody's got to step up.
Yeah, all right.
It just sounds like he wasn't the one. Yeah. But it's okay though.
Let's move on. I'm gonna make this really quick because I deserve this one. All right, Toronto is down 0-2. Okay, against the Seattle Mariners. They lost 2 in Toronto. Now they're going back to Seattle. They're going back to Seattle now. And Vladdy, the dude who had 1,800 OPS and like 3 or 4 home runs, batting almost 500 against the Yankees, 0 for 7. 0 for 7.
You feel better about that?
He doesn't have a single hit.
You feel good now?
I feel fantastic. I feel great. I can't wait to watch
after he tried to
tomorrow.
After he really sent.
We went to Cancun because of him.
Yeah, no, he sent y'all to Cancun.
And on that note, I'm going to talk a little bit about him too in my betting lines. But first, Trey, take it away.
All right, so everybody knows what time it is. We got fantasy. We got fantasy going on. This is the yah or hell nah. So for our yahs, for the stardoms this week, for our yahs, I'm saying we start Joe Flacco this week. He's going against Pitt. I understand this is a great defense, but respectfully, I still do not think there's no cornerback in their right mind that can guard Jamar Chase. Jalen Ramsey may be a dog, but he is not guarding that man all game. Respectfully, it's physically impossible. The next one, Rico Dowdle. If you haven't started him in the last couple weeks, start him this upcoming week. Because respectfully, love you, Max, but he's going against the Jets. And
he's going to have another 200 all-purpose yards.
Hey, I don't want to say anything, but I don't want to jinx none of y'all that are starting him. But, hey, I would start him. All right, next up, we have Rashad White. So Bucky Irving isn't back yet. He isn't back yet for Tampa. With Tampa being down a running back like Bucky Irving, Rashad White is going to get a lot more touches. And apparently from what I'm seeing is he's averaging about 14 fantasy points a game. That's a good flex right there to make up for what Bucky Irving can give you, even though Bucky can give you 30 sometimes. But you know what I mean? I would try him. He's going against Detroit. Detroit has a great pass rush, but they're not all that great at run stop sometimes. So I think he could punch a couple in on the red zone. Next up, we have Kenneth Gainwell. He is a Steeler. He's going against the Bengals. If Warren isn't playing, honestly, I think we're just going to go ahead and just say it. Like, Kenneth Gainwell is going to get a lot of touches, and if he gets a lot of touches, it's going to be really, really good for whoever has him as a fantasy owner. And, we'll get into the next one, honestly. Lil Jordan Humphrey, that's just a quick one. For the New York Football Giants, he's going to be the wide receiver that gets a lot of deep balls and jump balls, and he is known for, he's 6'4", 230 pounds. I think he could get a few of those. So I think he'll give you a smooth 10 points this week at least. Next up, we got Zach Ertz. Utilize him. Use him to a T. We got it because I think he's going to start getting targeted even more now by JD5 because his other receivers ain't all that. They're okay, but, Zach Ertz is his blanket, his safety blanket. Next up, we have Tez Johnson. Baker's playing like an MVP level. You got to get his deep ball threat, respectfully. And his deep ball threat is going to keep getting activated, especially against Detroit this upcoming week, because Detroit does not have their DBs. And that is the one thing. They have 6 injured defensive backs, and all of them are guaranteed starters. And Brian Branch just got suspended for 1 game. So I would start the deep ball threat because there's nobody else there. So, next up, then after that, just to end off the yard, we have the Pats defense. Because the Pats defense are going against the Titans, respectfully, they're going to put belt to ass. So that's that for the stardoms, which is the yas. And now we're going to do the situms. Don't start these dudes. You understand me? These are the hell nos. we got Justin Fields. Dead it right there. I'm not going to lie. I don't even got to explain that one. That one's going to get ugly real quick. After last week, what I saw, that's going to get ugly real quick. And the play calling is awful. We got T. Higgins. I don't say this is impossible, sit him, but I don't think he should be starting this week just as a safety protocol because the Steelers do have a good pass rush. I don't think they're going to be able to share the sugar with both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins this week too much. Next up, we have Jalen Hurts. I don't got to explain that. Bench him, please. Minnesota is top in turnovers, and I think they're going to get a decent amount of turnovers on Jalen Hurts because he just threw his first interception in 300 pass attempts. They're going to start flowing now, I think. Then after that, we got Trey McBride, which is a shocker. I know he's like one of the best fantasy tight ends in the league. I don't know. This Packers defense is really good. They're gonna get to the quarterback. Jacoby Brissett was the quarterback. I don't think he's gonna be able to get the ball to Trey McBride this week just because of Micah. Next up, we have another Eagle. We have A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, don't even try. He's in his little bratty phase right now. He's a Barbie doll or a Bratz. And then for last but not least, for our hell no, we have Travis Kelce, and that may sound crazy because he's going against the Raiders, but the Raiders play better and harder when they are going against the Kansas City Chiefs. And Max Crosby has beef, and respectfully, I don't think Travis Kelce is going to keep doing what he's doing. I think somebody's going to be on his case, and I think that's going to be well said done. And that is y'all are hell nah for the day.
All right, and now we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to our next segment. This is me and Trey's favorite segment. Okay. And unfortunately, this is more for me. I think you're gonna talk for maybe a minute. I'm gonna talk for a couple.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk for too long, but it's okay. Last time we posted a short about your therapy session. Yeah. Keep going, buddy. It's all right. Let your feelings out. Your Jets fans understand.
So I want to make this real clear. All right. That was. You're good. And really quick. Let's make sure there's no feedback for the fans. All right. Okay. Let's make sure there's no feedback. I want you guys to hear me. Last year I went on a rant. Okay. Posted a TikTok. Did pretty good.
Last week.
Yeah, last week.
Not last year.
On 5. Time is weird now. Okay. Time is weird. I'll make this quick. Let's talk about being 0-5. All right. And then went into London. That was one of the worst games I have ever seen in my life. And I only watched the second half. That was terrible. I don't even think we scored a touchdown. I think it was just strictly field goals. We had 5 points at one point because of we were able to get a safety. Not because we sacked them in the end zone. No. We played the Broncos, right? I don't even remember.
You played the Broncos.
I'm doing my best to forget.
13-11. Yeah, or sorry, you lost 13.
We lost 13-11. We had a safety against Bo Nix. That's because
Bo Nix stepped out.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh, didn't
it? It was a holding call.
It was a holding call. Yeah, sure, you're right.
We couldn't even get a proper safety. So that's one of the things. Okay. One thing I want to bring up. Okay. End of the first half. End of the first flipping half. Okay. About 30 seconds left. You could run another play. All right. Why did we not run another play? Why didn't we run a play? What do we have to lose? Why didn't we run a play? Now you see Garrett Wilson arguing with Aaron Glenn on the sideline. Rightfully so. Every fan is going ballistic, like me. And I'm just wondering, why did I have to end up choosing this team? The New York Football Jets are still the only team without a win. They're 0-6, okay? They are going against the Carolina Panthers, the Blue Hello Kitties, okay? And they just got a statement win against the Cowboys. I thought this was going to be a terrible game. It is for the Jets. I'm pretty sure. Help me out. Is this game in Carolina?
That's a great question. I could tell you that in the midst of 2 seconds.
Give me a second, okay?
I will let you know.
I'll tell you right now. I have it. I have it right here. Let's see.
The game is.
It's in MetLife. Oh, so we have a chance because the Panthers are undefeated at home, and they haven't won a game away. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They're going to win their first game away in MetLife Stadium.
First game is something.
They're going to win their first game in MetLife. Oh, first game away in MetLife Stadium. Because I have the Jets going 2-15 now, okay? They're going to win 2 BS games at the end of the season when all the starters are sitting.
Picks, then the Titans are going to get the first round pick just because y'all couldn't just lose.
I'm over them. I'm over that. I'm not gonna go on a rant like I did last time because I think I found peace. I found inner peace, and I'm happy. I'm happy.
Happy as you.
Okay. Do you know why I'm happy? Because the next season starts next week, so I don't have to remember. I don't have to. I can forget about the New York Jets for a little bit. Okay. I'll watch football. I love football, but I could forget about my team. Okay. So I have found peace. I'm happy. I'm okay with this. But I will say this. Before I was defending Aaron Glenn, fire his ass.
Bro, it's been only.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And I don't want to hear the excuse of Dan Campbell and his scenario. Okay? And then have it tied to Dan Campbell because,
Bro, just give him a chance.
No. Aaron Glenn was the DC for Dan Campbell, and Dan Campbell did terrible in his first 2 years. I don't care.
Dan Campbell didn't do terrible. The team just wasn't what they were now.
Yeah, but
simple as that.
Listen, all right, how about this? I'll be fair. Okay.
Give me a year.
I'll give him a year. But do you know what's so sad? I'm not the owner. Woody Johnson is probably going to fire him in a couple of weeks.
That'd be the fastest fire, bro. Not even give him a full year? After one season, just sign?
I would not be surprised if Woody Johnson was like, all right, you're
What happened to Aaron Glenn talking about that we're going to be tough, we're going to be physical, we're going to all that stuff, bro? What happened?
Well, you could argue the Jets are like physical, but you know what they also are? Undisciplined.
They damn sure are.
They completely forget how to not to jump off before the ball is called hike on offense. False start calls, defensive penalties, holdings, not to mention our offensive line. Do you know how many sacks the Jets had against them? 9. The Broncos sacked Justin Fields 9 times.
Oh, I seen that actually. I thought it was 10.
Do you know the net passing yard for the New York Jets?
You know what's crazy too? Their best pass rusher only got 1 sack out of all those 10.
Yes, but do you know what the net passing yards for the New York Jets was?
No.
I'll put it to you like this. Trey, you had more passing yards. It was -10. -10. Justin Fields had, I think, 8 or 9 completions. How in the hell is it that this man had the same amount of completions as the amount of times he got sacked? And then the average Joe watching the game, everybody in London, in Tottenham Stadium, had more passing yards than the New York Jets. You had 0 passing yards on Sunday. I had 0. We had more. What the hell? This was the worst passing performance in Jets history. This was the worst passing performance in NFL history over the last 27 years. This is arguably the worst football team to grace this planet.
No, absolutely.
Unless
the Titans,
they win a game. No, unless they win a game. Because the Browns went 0-16 one season. Let's not forget about that. Okay?
They did.
If the Jet now there's 17 games this season now. I'm gonna really make this quick because we gotta finish, but I'll be done in a second. If the Jets go 0-17, I'm wearing a paper bag over my head for the next 5 years. I don't care.
And I'm gonna wear one during the pod.
Huh?
Are you gonna wear one for the pod?
Yeah. No. How about this?
No PR.
How about this? Remember this. If the Jets go 0-10, okay, before the next game, that Tuesday when we film, I'll wear a paper bag for the entire pod. The entire podcast. Okay? The entire pod. Hey, New York, you need 4 wins. No. You need 1 win in the next 4 weeks or the next 4 games to stop that. But if you go 0-10, I will wear a paper bag.
Wear a paper bag to start off every single time they lose.
No. I'll wear a paper bag the entire podcast. I think it'd be episode 11 by then. The entire pod if they go 0-10.
Shake on it.
You're up. Go ahead. Have fun.
Nah, all right. I mean, honestly, like I said, my therapy session isn't like too crazy. All I gotta say about my New York Football Giants is just stay consistent, bro. That's all I need. Just stay consistent. Please don't go out and go play some boogie butt ass team, bro, and then get smoked like you did against the Saints, but then beat the Philadelphia Eagles again or something. Dude, stay consistent. That's all I ask. As long as you stay consistent, and my boy Cartman is balling, and my boy CTE Scatterboo is balling, and my boy Spider Burns is balling, I don't give a damn. Just keep playing good football. Keep playing with energy. Keep playing with pride. Keep playing with aggressiveness. I don't got any beef with y'all. Because respectfully, Dexter Lawrence didn't even get started yet either. And that's what's really scary. Because he's been getting double teamed and he's still fighting through an elbow injury. When he gets healthy off that in the mid-season, That's going to be a really dangerous team. I'm not going to lie. And I wouldn't want to play them. I might actually shit myself. But, like, compared to this, this is the therapy session. So, you know, this is about 15 plus. Get Daniel Jones the fuck out. Get him the fuck out of them MVP candidates, bro. Of course he would go to a team that has the easiest fucking schedule in the fucking league, bro. There's no way in hell this goes out and has the easiest schedule of his damn life, bro, and just says, oh, yeah, no, I'm like that now. What happened? What the fuck happened, bitch? You did that shit in 2022 with us. Then after that, all of a sudden, you just went back to shit once you got paid. You were like, oh, I'm good. Fuck you. Vanilla Vic. Talking about Vanilla Vic, my ass. The fuck's wrong with you? Bro, oh my, you're so lucky, Daniel Jones. Oh my God, you are so lucky I'm not one of your offensive linemen. I would let somebody purposely hit you just off the drain off of how much you upset me throughout these years of me being a Giants fan. I'm actually watching a Giants game now, and I'm happy. Like, I almost shed a tear on Thursday night when I'm watching the game with my girl. She's on the phone, and she sees me. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, no. I didn't think I was ever gonna see this again, bro. Since Eli, and even with Eli, I didn't see this. I didn't see mobile quarterbackness getting out the pocket the way he does, the way Jackson Cartman does, bro. But now all of a sudden, Daniel Jones wants to start playing like fuck God and shit. What the fuck? Where was this at? What the fuck? What was that? What was that? Where was this at, bro? Where the fuck was this when I needed you? Where was this when I needed you? When I paid you all this goddamn money. But no, you want to know what you did last year? You said, here's my letter of release. I don't want to be on this team no more because you benched me. My pussy hurts. That's what you said. And I quote, and I rest my fucking case. Kiss my ass, Daniel Jones, eat a fucking Frank, bitch.
Oh, shit.
You're lucky we don't play the Colts. If we play the Colts next year, I want to fuck them up.
Oh, my God. That's funny. That's funny.
Now, we're back.
You feel better?
It's time for to light them up with Max.
Okay.
Oh, great.
All right. So let's make this really quick. We're running out of time. All right.
Yep.
You heard that?
Yeah, that was my water bottle.
Oh, okay. All right. So line them up. We got some betting lines. I'll make this really quick. We're going to go through the MLB because, it's the CS Championship Series between the AL and the NL to determine who goes to the World Series. But I'm going to touch on the ALCS, all right? Mariners versus Toronto. Seattle Mariners going back to Seattle after taking 2 games in Toronto. 2-0 lead for the Mariners, all right? I got these guys sweeping Toronto, by the way. All right, so here's my line real quick, okay? I got the Mariners money line for this game, okay? Let me make sure I did this right too. Let me make sure I put their money line. Hold up. Why is my computer not working? Trey, why is my computer not working? Hello?
What are you talking about?
I can't find the line. Don't worry, everything's recording still, but
don't scare me like that, bro. What are you doing?
We're good. All right, so I got for you guys. Listen, I have been one off for the last 3 weeks. Okay,
y'all should take some of these because he's gonna hit.
Okay, so I got Mariners money line. You ready? Julio Rodriguez 2+ hits. Trust Julio. He's good for a multi-hit game. Kyle Raleigh homer. He's on fire. All right? Bro's on fire. He hit a homer last game. He's not really good for multiple hits, but expect a homer out of him. He's been clutch in the playoffs so far. He's been pretty solid. And I think Vladdy's finally going to get his hit. He's going to break a streak. All right? Okay. He's gone 2 games without a hit. He's finally going to get a hit. All right, you put $10 down on that, you win $199. All right, let me break down what happened last week when I gave you guys some advice. I said Yankees money line, and this was, I think, game 3 before they got steamrolled and lost and eliminated. They're hanging out with David Ortiz in Cancun. So, Yankees. Last week I had Yankees money line. All right, I had a Vladdy homer and I had a Judge homer. All 3 of those hit. I don't know why I got so horny to put a Ben Rice home run, but I did, and clearly it didn't happen. But listen, I've been coming close, guys. You should listen to me. Just saying. But let's move on. We're going to make this real quick. We got the Mystery Man's Take of the Week. Trey, take us away.
All right, perfect. Let's get into it. Mystery Man Take of the Week. So we actually got a kind of a funny one this week. So this is about the Thursday Night Football game. Just to give you a little bit of context, this is about the Thursday Night Football game, Giants versus the Eagles. Obviously, my Giants put belt to ass, but so the Mystery Man basically is in a fantasy chat with us and with me and a bunch of our friends. And a couple of our girlfriends and stuff. So basically, he says, and text me, and I quote, should I start Cam Scatterboo or Breece Hall? Now, me being me, I don't want you to start somebody that's on my team, but if I knew he was going to play this good, I would have told you to start him. But I didn't know what the Giants were going to do, respectfully. They were going against the Eagles. I didn't know what was going to happen. It shocked me just as much as it shocked everybody else in this world. So I go on and tell him, give him a whole paragraph and a lecture about I don't know which one, but maybe Breece Hall, just because there might be a chance he might actually go off for the contract year. So he says, all right, I put Breece in. Watch Cam Scottaboo have the game of his life. And damn sure he did. He had 3 touchdowns, 98 yards on like 19 rushing attempts, plus a couple passing yards and receptions.
He had passing yards?
Or receiving yards. I'm sorry.
I was about to say.
Receiving yards.
Receiving
yards. I think he had a reception and like maybe a few receiving yards. But he outplayed the mess out of Saquon Barkley, respectfully, and that was next level stuff. He absolutely did. And you want to know what's sad? He had 33 fantasy points for the mystery man. He had 33.1 fantasy points.
On the bench?
Yep. Isolated on the bench. And I can tell you how much Breece Hall gave him. Maybe Breece, who knows? Maybe Breece gave him like 14.
I think Breece gave him like, I don't know how much.
No.
I saw it too.
I'm going to check. I don't want to doubt Breece, man. Come on, bro. Breece gave him some.
We had like 9, 8. Go ahead.
So Breece Hall had 5.9 points. So I am deeply sorry for what happened. That is, I want to say that's about 28 points off on the bench right there, extra that he could have got. But I think he still won, right?
All right, we're gonna move on to the last segment.
He still won. It was okay. He could have won by a lot more, but it was okay.
He had a close game though, and that's because Jaden Daniels was still on the field.
Yeah, I know. Sadly.
All right, last segment.
On to next.
Last segment.
Let's wrap it up, baby.
BTA game of the week. We got 2. All right, we got 2. All right. Ravens, Rams. All right. What is going on in Baltimore? What's going on in Baltimore?
Lamar Jackson, bro. Lamar Jackson's not there. And respectfully, from our man, Brendan Meeks, from Gang, they have one of the worst right guards in the league because they moved him from tackle to
Daniel
right guard. Falele, Buki Bede, he Buki Butt
He's no bueno.
He's garbage.
They lost 17-3 to the Los Angeles Rams.
And the Rams are a decent team, but they had no Puka Nacua for some of that game though. And respectfully, the Ravens couldn't take advantage, and they even put Tyler Huntley in for a couple drives because they couldn't run the ball with whoever their quarterback was, and I can't even think of the quarterback's name.
Yeah, Puka Nacua got hurt during the game. He looked like it was way worse, but
he made it seem way worse than what it. But who knows? It could be a really bad ankle injury that he's fighting through now.
Well, they're saying it's day to day. That's the thing. I think he sprained his ankle and he's out for a couple weeks.
God given. Like, thank God that's only a maybe they took care of it before it got really bad.
Now, next game, I don't really think it was belt to ass, but
what?
I mean, like, I don't think it's belt to ass.
17-3 is 14 points. We won 34-17. That's 17 points.
Okay, I was about to ask.
We took the life out them. You know what we did? We said, boom. That's what we did right there.
Yeah.
We told Saquon.
Dominated that game. You know, I watched the whole game. That was fun.
Bro, it was amazing. I was enjoying myself the whole time. Seeing Saquon get off the sideline when after the touch push drives, which we do got to say.
Back to back.
False start. And Saquon's laughing and stuff. They can't stop it. They can't. All right. You want to keep laughing? I got something for your ass. Watch this. Hold this point. Hold this touchdown. Hold this touchdown. Hold this touchdown. Yeah, don't be mad. Sit there. Think about your life. Think about yourself. You go sit in the corner and go think about what you did, Saquon.
Yeah.
And then you won't post a documentary on the same night. Think you was gonna put belt to ass against us?
Yeah, no. The Giants dominated that game, and I like Cam Scottaboo's response in the post game interview because he made sure to emphasize that this wasn't Saquon versus me. Yeah, this was the Giants versus the Eagles. That was great. That was a great response.
That was a great response. And it was a phenomenal response, honestly, because as much as I troll about the whole Saquon thing, I genuinely don't have beef with Saquon Barkley. I don't like how he did the I don't like how he tried to put the documentary out basically the same night as we play each other, because I feel like that was just kind of like a shot towards us. But instead of retaliating and everybody did that, they handled business.
I don't think it's more towards you guys as a whole. It's just to Joe Shane.
I think but you know what it is though? I think at the end of the day, as much as I didn't like the decision, I think this sad part of it all, it's the business oriented part. And I think that way that they feel right now, like look at, for example, Cam Scottaboo, right? I think that they thought the whole time, like, we can't get a guy that's as flashy as Saquon, but we could get a guy that is just as productive as Saquon. And honestly, right now, the way I see it right now is, I'm not saying Cam Scottaboo is better than Saquon and all this other stuff, but the way he's playing right now, He's playing better than Saquon Barkley right now, and that's hands down a guarantee, and that's a fact.
I know, but what I'm saying is, again, he's not upset at the organization. I think it's Joe Shane.
I think he's upset at Joe Shane.
He's
but
got
honestly,
beef with him.
I think he has beef with Joe Shane, but honestly, too, here's my problem. Yes, I get it. You deserved your money. You wanted to stay in New York and stuff. But here's my problem, though. We had nobody to block for you. What were you gonna do?
He just wanted a bag. That's really what it was.
So they gave you your bag, and you also won a Super Bowl. So respectfully, just take your losses. You don't have to do all this extra stuff and make it seem like all this extra publicity stuff. That's why you lost, because you got too horny on what you wanted to post about and do all this extra stuff. Relax. I get it. You were mad. We were a little upset that you were going too, but respectfully, it's okay. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and blame Joe Shane when he was thinking about the same thing that we all thought about. Mm-hmm. We thought about who was gonna be blocking for the man. The poor man is dying in the backfield, and now we had people to block. But with those people that we brought in the block for,
you got James Hudson.
All right, that's it for the podcast. We're gonna. That was a great podcast. Honestly, I don't even want to talk about this no more. So yeah, that's a great podcast. We want to thank you guys for all the views and the likes. We need more subscribers though. Like, let's start getting these likes up. Let's start getting these subscribers up. Everybody, send this to a friend, to a family member, to your mama, to your grandmama, to your child.
We love the support. We love the support. So keep it up, guys. We're having a great time doing this. We had a TikTok that had over 100 likes and 1,200 views. And
when you first give birth to your child, show them a video.
I don't know if you should show him a screen first, or show him or her a screen first. But
when you get a dog, show them a video.
We genuinely do appreciate it. We're having a lot of fun doing this, and we can't wait.
If you see your dad,
God damn it, Trey!
Smack him and show him the video.
But no, in all seriousness.
Yeah, all seriousness though.
We're having a great time doing this, and we love the support. We hope we can get this out to more people as we keep going. We're not stopping. We're trying to post every day. We have a new challenge we're trying to post every single day for the next 50 days. I think we got like 45 more days because we just started
absolutely.
this.
So we're gonna get to it, and I believe in with challenges that we succeed in challenges if we put the work in. So we're gonna keep putting the work in for y'all, and we're gonna keep making some good content.
So the more you guys like it, obviously, if you want, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want us to see. Or let us know what you guys want to see. Let us know what you want us to do. We have a lot of different things coming your way. We got something coming.
Skits. We got some games.
We got something. Hey, we got something big coming next week too.
We do.
So
we do. We got something big that we will not talk about.
Big.
You're just gonna have to wait and see for the next episode.
But guys, thank you so much. We're gonna see you next week.
It's not a game. It's a rich thing.